All right, today we're going to jump right into a story that's as old as time itself, the hero's journey. But I want you to forget everything you think you know about heroes. We're not talking about knights in shining armor or caped crusaders. Nope, we're going way, way deeper than that. So let me ask you a question. What really makes someone a hero? Is it just about being strong or brave? Or is there something else, something bigger? Well, there's this incredible perspective from a major spiritual tradition that offers an answer. And honestly, it might completely shift how you think about all of this. Let's get into it.
You know how every hero's story kicks off, right? There's always that call to adventure, that big moment where they have to make a choice. Well, for the hero we're talking about today, that call is a vow. It's this massive promise that starts a journey. And the prize isn't gold or fame. It's about freeing everyone.
Okay, so who is this hero? Let's meet our protagonist, the Bodhisattva. Now, that word itself is fascinating. It basically means an enlightenment hero. And here's what's so crucial. Their whole motivation isn't for themselves. It's all driven by this immense compassion, this desire to help every single living thing. This isn't just a hero. This is a hero for all of us.
And the ambition here? It is absolutely off the charts. The text breaks it down into what it calls the 10 grasps. And we're not talking about small goals here. I mean, they're aiming to grasp all worlds, to purify them, to grasp great compassion, to literally end all suffering. And the final goal? To grasp enlightenment itself. It's just, wow, the definition of a selfless mission.
And this is the moment. This is when our hero steps up and accepts the challenge. The text calls this declaration a lion's roar. Can you imagine that? It's not a quiet promise. It's this incredibly powerful, confident proclamation. It's not, I'll try, it's, I will. That single, powerful vow is the fuel for everything that comes next.
So, the vow is made. What's next? Well, you know the part in every hero movie? The training montage? This is that, but on a spiritual level. It's the long road, filled with challenges and practice. Because, let's be real, it's one thing to want to save the world, but it's another thing entirely to have the skills to actually do it. Time to get to work. And this path of practice is like a fork in the road. There are two very clear choices. Down one path, you've got everything that leads to success, sticking with good teachers, valuing the wisdom you're given, and just never giving up. But the other path, that's where the traps are. Things like arrogance, bad-mouthing the teachings, or just getting lazy and settling for something less. It makes it super clear that you've got to be paying attention every step of the way.
Now, every hero needs their gear, right? An arsenal. And the Bodhisattva has one, but it's not what you'd expect. We're not talking swords and shields. Their weapons are internal qualities, things they build through practice. The text even calls them the 10 weapons. So, for example, generosity becomes your weapon to fight selfishness. Having strong ethics becomes your weapon against doing harm. And wisdom? Well, that's the ultimate weapon, the one you use to destroy the real enemy, ignorance.
Okay, so as our hero keeps going, something really amazing starts to happen. It's not just that they're using these tools and weapons anymore. They start to become them. Their entire being, their physical body, starts to transform. It becomes a living, breathing embodiment of their promise.
Let's start with their hands. The text has this incredible imagery. Their hands aren't just hands anymore. They literally become instruments of generosity. Think of it like a generosity hand, always reaching out, always giving, always pulling people out of the mud of their suffering. It's so powerful. Then you have their eyes. They transform too. They develop what's called the Dharma eye, which lets them see reality for what it truly is, without any illusions. And at the same time, they get the heavenly eye, which lets them see exactly what others need, what they're thinking and feeling. So they see the big picture and the personal immediate need all at once. And what about their feet? They become feet of diligent progress. They just don't stop. They don't get tired. The text even says they can cross entire worlds in a single step just to help someone. Every single move they make becomes an act of compassion in action.
So, after all that training, all that transformation, we finally get to the climax of the journey. The hero reaches the finish line. They achieve their goal. But what does that victory even look like? What's the reward for all this?
Well, there's no crown, no throne. The prize is a whole new identity. The source gives this hero a bunch of new titles, calling them a great being. And just listen to these names: the supreme being, the unsurpassable being, the peerless being. These aren't about being a king or a ruler. They're about what this person has become, a being with incredible spiritual power and wisdom. They're now a genuine force for good in the universe.
So when you look at the whole journey, the Bodhisattva completely redefines what a hero is. It's someone driven by compassion, not power. Someone whose weapons are wisdom and generosity, not steel. And their victory isn't about conquering a kingdom, but about gaining the power to set others free. It's this amazing model for what a human being can aspire to. Which really brings us to one final question. If this whole incredible, world-changing journey starts with just one single moment of compassion, where does your path begin?